One of the things that happens every year after we come out of retreat is we, as a community, plan for the year. And it's quite a process. And one of the interesting things also in living at the Abbey is that when I reflect on our days and what we've ended up planning, what actually unfolds is often quite different. And so how solid I create my plan is very important to look at. If I hold on to what it should be for the day, what I'm going to do, and things change and I'm not flexible, then that experience is quite painful. Quite painful to the mind. And I read somewhere, I forget where that was, but there was some idea that not accepting kind of the reality of what is in the moment is part of what creates so much aging in us through the years. That people that are able to move through and be very flexible with whatever is happening don't have the effects of age as much as somebody that holds tightly to this was the plan, it should be this, and holding on to what they've made up in their mind. Someone might want to take my tray off the table eating the cheese. Thank you. Although I wanted to keep talking, I had to address that little thing unfolding. Anyhow, and so if we open our mind up to this whole idea about moving through time, being very flexible with what is arising in the present moment, it's very important to look at that, and especially at our time of death. When death comes, it's not going to help to say, wait a minute, I've got to do this first. That won't work. And so every time something changes from what our plan was, and we drop what our plan was and open up to what the change is in the moment, then we are really practicing for our time of death. We're practicing to accept the reality of what is and to be able to work with our mind then in that moment and make the best use of that really adventure and transition that happens to all of us. And so may we, each day as things unfold, may we meet everything that happens with a fresh mind and with a really open heart, and let go of these conceptual stories that we've created in our mind that really keep us dragging our feet and expending so much energy. Because if I think about in my life, in the days that go by, that I'm holding on to something that can't happen, you know, invariably I come to accept what is. But the time it takes to do that, the energy I spend to do that, is just wasted time and energy, actually. So may we have some flexibility and really meet everything with a fresh mind.